Yo, it's Fresh and Fredz back again.
And Fredz and Fresh.
That's it, man. I'm gonna give you the Fresh back, you know. Man, listen, Tim Henman in the team, bro.
Sometimes I get my own little piece in there, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that, but yo, it's back your chat, and we're back again to discuss football issues and topics of debate. So, first of all, we can't we can't start this today without slightly lowering the tone. My friend Fredz here is a massive Kobe Bryant fan. Obviously myself, he's an icon, he's a legend to me. But for this gentleman on the left of me, he means a lot.
Yeah, man, and not just to me, obviously. I mean, just to a lot of sports fans in general. You know what I mean? We've grew up in an era of many great athletes, but Kobe was just, you know what I mean? So I just want to take this time to just say that rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. You was a sporting hero to me. And you was a sporting hero to a lot of young people like me who grew up witnessing your greatness, who started playing basketball because of you, which you are one of the main reasons why I did start playing basketball when I was in school as a young man. And bro, I just can't explain like the heart. I've never felt someone's death hurt me so much. You know, the last time I remember something like this happening and the world coming to a standstill was over Michael Jackson.
I was literally going to say the same thing.
You know what I mean? Like, it was Michael Jackson, bro. I remember going to school crying when Michael Jackson died. Everybody that went to school with me knows I'm not lying about that. Like, I was heartbroken. And then to see, like, Kobe, 41 years old, not just him, his beautiful daughter.
And the rest
his
of the
friends, his friends. Like, a man lost his whole family in that crash, you know, his wife, his daughter. It just puts a lot of things into perspective. And all I want to say about Kobe is that he was a great, not just on the court, but off the court. This guy was he was an icon. He was a role model. You know, a lot of people shy away from responsibilities as a parent in that sporting world. You know, they're always on the go, up and down the country. You know, and the whole reason why Kobe did take helicopters in LA was because of the fact that he wanted to spend more time with his family and have more time to do things with his family. And he's such a role model, not just for sports people, but just for people in general. And I feel like we're missing that a lot nowadays. Yeah. A true icon, like I said, not just on the court, off the court, and everything he done outside of basketball. You know, we won an Oscar. There's not many people that leave their field of comfort and then do something new
and everything else as well.
And it hurts, bro. It still hurts now.
It's painful, and I think the fact as well, mentally, like he literally had a completely different mentality.
The Mamba mentality.
The Mamba mentality.
You get me?
Is something that like a lot of people in this day and age
don't know. Honestly,
they don't live through. And I think that's what turned you from a good athlete or a good person into an elite, like
the greats.
He literally got rid of the ceiling. He literally said, I ain't done it yet. This is where I want to be.
You gotta think.
Ultimate respect to the man.
Kobe played at a time in the Jordan era. He crossed over into the Shaq era and all this. You know, LeBron's coming. He's played in that era, and he continued to excel. So, you're talking about arguably the greatest NBA player of all time. You know what I mean? Like, there is a big argument there, but you know what? I feel like, you know, in every sport there's that argument, oh, Nadal's better than Federer, Ronaldo, Messi, and I think like, even I do it myself, I just feel like it comes to a time when you just have to sit back and say, we need to appreciate what we're witnessing.
Yep.
We're witnessing greatness, and we need to stop the bickering, the arguing, the fighting, because when something like this happens, and like losing, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like, it hurts that we've lost Kobe. It hurts.
Yeah, it's a big loss, and he's died very young as well. And
41, man.
I think it shocked a lot of people, and you can just see through social media, etc. Everyone's like, wow.
World stood still.
Yeah, they really did.
You know what I mean?
And I know we do seem to get that a lot when we have celebrity deaths nowadays. But I think this one's different.
This one is different.
He's in that echelon of people where it's like, oh my god, this is an actual legend. But it's good that you still got the flowers while you can smell them as well.
To the football fans, if you're not really sure about the impact that Kobe had on our generation, I just want to make it like clear that this is essentially equivalent to Ronaldinho passing away suddenly in a car crash. I'd be crying, I'd be devastated, I'd be heartbroken. that is what Kobe was to sports fans, especially in America.
To be honest, I see a lot of parallels between him and Cristiano Ronaldo.
The mentality.
Mentality-wise, the longevity, and even the fact that they both got accused of doing the same.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't want to bring up.
This stuff, but the way.
The things like that. But
the things that are about to manage just through.
Kobe's transition over the years from a young man into, an NBA great to a husband and a father, and you know what, bro? Honestly, this just propels his greatness into levels that only like Muhammad Ali, you know what I mean? Like this sort of greatness levels. Yeah, so I just want to say rest in peace, Kobe. Man. I love you, and we all love you, and we will continue to love you. And I'm never, ever, ever gonna let Kobe, never gonna let that die out, bro. That's gonna be with me forever. I'm promised. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. And everybody else, love to all their families. Rest in peace, his beautiful daughter. She was destined for greatness just like her dad. And, rest in peace, man. Nice. To all the greats, and let's just appreciate the greats.
For real.
You know what I mean? Let's just appreciate the greats, man.
100%, man. Rest in peace. But moving on.
Let's get back to the football now.
To discuss
the football.
The matters at hand. I think the real topic that everyone's been kind of talking about in the footballing world has been Klopp saying that he don't want nothing to do with the Shrewsbury replay. Which is sad. All right. Let's unpack this.
Yeah.
So they drew.
Yeah.
He fielded a weakened team. I've got no problem with that.
Yeah, there's no problem with that.
And I don't think that people should have a problem with it either because these players are still earning considerably more, I'm sure, than a lot of the Shrewsbury players.
Yeah, of course.
These are all good footballers with high reputation, so they should be able to go out there and get the job done.
Yeah.
However, they didn't.
Yeah. Gave away two goal lead, didn't they?
2 goal lead. They let it slip. Yeah. I don't want to rub that one in there too hard.
Oh yeah, letting it slip, That's all. I
didn't even know what these Liverpool
players to be doing all the time, that's slipping around, flipping.
Gerrard-esque.
You idiot.
So there's that. They didn't get the job done, which is unfortunate. I do understand what he's saying because they were promised a winter break.
Yeah.
Allow them to have it. Cool.
I did a replay in the winter.
However, the fact of the match for Shrewsbury means so much more.
Bro,
it's arrogant. There's a shade of arrogance which is kind of unsettling because I'm thinking to myself, well, Shrewsbury, these FA Cup games sometimes finance their whole season because they get so much interest. TV, they don't normally get on TV and stuff as much. The amount of tickets that they can sell for the games.
This is like a once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime. Some of them players,
Anfield, they're gonna get to play in a stadium. Anfield.
So
you know what I mean? I've never been to Anfield, but I've always said to my friends that I just wish I could go there one day. Not even just to play. I mean, I just want to go watch.
Yeah, the
atmosphere. I just want to go watch a game.
I just want
to go watch a game at Anfield. I've been in Liverpool a few times and I've saw Anfield and I've got chills. I'm like, whoa, man.
Yeah, same. I was outside.
That is the stadium where we've seen one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest Champions League nights. Some of the greatest players have played in that stadium.
So for the Shrewsbury players,
it's
mad disrespectful for you to not even consider it as like
100%.
Like again, they've earned their right.
They have earned their right
to have their 15 minutes of fame for some of them. So I find that side of it a little bit arrogant and unsettling. However, I do understand why he has a gripe about playing it, and they have got so many fixtures, etc. Yeah. But I just feel like he could have went about it a different way. I think the fact that if he wants to rest players for that game, I think everyone would be cool. It makes sense.
How many? There's not just 11 players that are playing for Liverpool FC.
No, there's
I think right. This is what I think. I think Klopp is so obsessed with winning the league right now.
Mm-hmm. And the Champions League.
And the Champions League, obviously. But I think he's won the Champions League, and once what I'm saying, he's very determined to win the league without any mess ups. Because we do know over the years Liverpool have bottled it, you know what I'm trying to say?
They call them Bottle FC sometimes.
Bottle FC, and everybody knows.
Yeah.
And I think he's cracking under the pressure a bit because he went from the happy-go-lucky Klopp to start saying, well, I'm not going to be there to manage the team. And I just personally think that's mad disrespect. Not even just the Shrewsbury players and their manager and their whole... I think it's disrespectful to his own players.
Yep.
Why shouldn't you be there to watch your own players develop? And you know what I'm saying? They deserve that at least. You're their manager. It doesn't matter who's playing.
Yeah.
I've never seen Fergie say... I've seen them moan about the fixtures.
Yeah.
I've never seen Fergie say, oh, I'm not going to be there to manage my team. I've seen Fergie manage his team and they're playing who they play. You know what I mean? I've never seen Pep say he's never going to manage his team. Never saw Wenger say it.
Anybody.
Never saw any manager ever say, "I'm not going to manage the team."
Nah.
That is just disrespectful to his own players, to his own club. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's disrespectful to Shrewsbury. I think it's disrespectful to English football in general. And I feel like this is a problem that we have. A lot of managers come. I know they complain, but you're never going to change the traditions of English football. And I'm not trying to say this as I'm a big English. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not repping the FA. Like that's not my thing. But I've grown up watching things like the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Watching the magic of the FA Cup. Yeah, it might not have the same feeling anymore because teams are putting out like less strong teams and this, that, but it doesn't change the fact that this is the oldest cup in English football history.
Yeah.
You need to respect it. You can't come and tell me, I ain't going to turn up for my job.
I know, yeah.
Are you mad, bro? If I don't turn up for my job, I'm sacked, rude boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not right. I just think it's proper ignorant. I think
it's mad ignorant.
I think it's mad ignorant, bro.
It's mad ignorant. I'm not mad at him because you can see what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's two sides to every coin. He's been promised a break and then they're throwing that in. So I can see why he's got a gripe because they're about to play more fixtures than anyone.
Yeah.
So I completely understand. But I think rest your players. Tell Firmino, sell them, man. Send them back at them yard, get them to chill out. Go do what you've got to do. But you, as the manager, I think it just sends a bad message for you to say, I'm not wrong. I've never heard it before. It's unprecedented.
I've never heard it before. I've heard a lot of managers complain about the fixture list from Fergie down to Pep.
For real.
But I've never seen Pep say, I'm not going to manage Man City. Like, bro, look how he...
How do you think Pep would have handled this?
Pep would have complained.
Yeah.
But Pep would have got it done in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Pep would have got it done if Klopp didn't have that many games to play.
That's a good show.
Then get it over and done with. You know what I mean? Pep would have got that game over and done with.
Brush.
Pep ain't drawing to Shrewsbury, bro. And I'm not trying to take nothing away from Shrewsbury. You know, Shrewsbury comeback, that is pure heart and passion.
Magic of the cup kind of vibes in it.
That is the magic of the cup, and that's what makes
there was no giant killers this year, was there?
No, there's not. Shrewsbury. Portsmouth.
Who did they beat?
I think they did. I'm not too sure, but I know Portsmouth. Arsenal playing Portsmouth. So they must have beat somebody to
I don't think they beat like a Prem team though, or anything like that.
Even still, everything to Portsmouth is a giant killer already. And look, man, they're in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Now, the beauty of the FA Cup will never go, and I don't care what managers come in, or what they say, or what they do. It's never going to change.
No.
We need to really respect, because not many other clubs, just the other day, like, I literally got to watch one of my friends live on TV playing against Manchester United.
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you know how special that felt?
Yeah, of course.
And I can't even imagine how special it must have felt, even though they lost. They got battered, like, sorry, bro. Like, you know who I'm talking to. I'm sorry.
It's a bit of a sticky one.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, man like Harry Maguire was doing up. Man was doing up rude hullet, blood. And man was bringing the ball forward and whacking it to bins. You get me? Jesse Lingard celebrating, bro.
First goal in the
shameless guy.
Nah, let him celebrate, bro. Come on.
He's had a tough time.
Yeah, you have to remember all these things play on people's mental health and that as well.
United would be the best team in League 2, you know, seriously.
I think they could do it still.
I think they could.
If not through the playoffs, then But nah, jokes aside, I feel like Pep, if Pep was in that situation, obviously you're saying that he thinks he would have got the job done, which kind of brings me on to the question of it sounds like you're kind of rating Pep more than Klopp, which is cool.
No, it's tough.
I'm trying to find out where you're at.
So, when I look back at some of the best teams that I've ever seen, and not just teams, the best style of football I've ever seen, 100% Pep Guardiola. You know, I can't, Barcelona's football under Pep, unbelievable. That's actually like football of your dreams, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's just talk about the last 10 years, last decade. What manager has influenced football more than Pep Guardiola? You tell me. A lot of managers come and influence the game, like Wenger did back in the day.
I know. Like Pep and Arteta said, Bielsa kind of sparked all of the stuff that they do in the style of football that they've tried to kind of coin. But I'd agree. I think I really like Pep. I think he's cool. I like his style. He's very just like blasé with it. Comes out in his freaking next t-shirt, next jumper, and that little polo,
with his big AP watch on as well.
Make sure you know that you got that on as well.
Then one of ones.
Yeah, exclusive. Bust down.
Well, I'm never
I don't know, like
it's tough. It is tough.
I really like Klopp. Like I think if I had choice of who I would want to be my manager, putting myself in the position of a player, I feel like I'd want Klopp as my manager just because I feel like he's like man them and like he's just.
I don't know, because you know what it is. Have you ever watched the All or Nothing documentary when City won the league?
No.
City Centurions.
No.
Honestly, bro, like, I don't want to say Klopp puts it on for the camera because he doesn't.
Yeah,
Klopp's always been a really nice guy and he's always been really close with his players. But you see, Pep. Pep, literally, like he loves his players.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And if you watch the documentary, and I know a lot of people have, you see the connection he has with his players. You see the emotional connection he has with players, not just from football, just in general. Like, he loves his players.
Yeah.
Just because he doesn't show it on camera.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that it's not there. That
no, you can
relationship's
see
not there.
You can see it. And
whereas Klopp's is more like apparent. It's more obvious. Klopp's got a big connection with the fans. But you know what the thing is? If Pep was at Liverpool and he had that connection with the like Liverpool's fans are known as the best fans in the league. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
I'm not going to say in England because there's a lot of passionate fans in lower leagues, whatever. Because it's hard to follow your team and they're that, you know, like they go Blackburn. Shout out Blackburn, though.
Right, let me just take a second to shout out my boy because we won today. We beat QPR today, and we're doing all right. You know, like, I know obviously you catch me in the Arsenal shirt sometimes because I do support both teams, but it is so hard for me.
Yeah.
Being a Blackburn fan based in Birmingham, I know no other Blackburn fan. Not one.
Oh man.
Not one. Think how difficult that is for me, bro. The only people that I know that care about Blackburn are like you.
So do you, bro.
Literally,
I don't know anything.
I know one other person. He's a good friend of mine on Twitter. We've never actually met in real life, but we're cool. Alright, that
bro. Blackburn fans are as rare as like Tottenham fans in this city, bro. Like,
I know bare Tottenham fans.
Like who?
You know.
Bro, I only know like one Tottenham fan.
No. I know Phil, my brethren, Phil Shan, P Shan, good artist.
Yeah.
I've talked about the bare talking about Blackburn is the real struggle. So when
Blackburn's a struggle still, can't lie.
There's no Blackburn fans.
Blackburn's a struggle still. Blackburn's a struggle.
So I understand the feeling for football. I go to games sometimes, you know. Yeah. I'm not gonna say that I go to every game because for me to get someone to come to a Blackburn match with me,
you wanna come to Blackburn?
It's like pulling teeth, bro.
You wanna come to a Blackburn match?
Try it. I dare you not to try it.
I got homework, you know. I've got to look after my dog, you know.
I've heard the maddest excuses for why they won't come to the game.
I need to. I ain't even got an excuse. I just don't want to go watch.
Some of my man them are real like that. I'll phone up Sideman and he's like, blood, why would I do that? I'm not coming to the game with you.
Shout out Sideman though as well. Real.
I'm like, fam, he won't roll with me. My brother rolls with me sometimes. I managed to drag him.
Bro, Tricks.
I've dragged him.
You going to Blackburn games?
My brother's C9 Tricks, big artist.
Yeah, big artist upcoming. You get me? Oh man, he's gonna do bits.
Yeah, sick. But yeah, I've dragged him to the games. Couple of them. We're gonna watch them play Liverpool that season. You know, sick.
Can't, bro. Blackburn.
Bradley Dack, fam. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Bradley Dack.
I ain't even getting involved.
I don't even know who Bradley Dack is. You
get to know.
I'm gonna have to study him still. Like, this is. I get what. Like
I see me. I'm bringing it back to. I think Bradley Dack should be in the England squad. Now what? What now?
I'm not agreeing with that, to be honest, bro. Like, I don't even know.
I'm playing.
Bradley
He's
Dack
sick though.
But that's the magic of the FA Cup. It gives you the chance to see these sort of players. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Big fact.
But like back to the whole Pep and Klopp thing. You know, for me, like I'm saying, bro, it's Pep through and through for me. You know. Okay. Seriously, because Pep's and man talk about them. Let's talk about the real thing. People always go on about, oh, Pep spent this money, Pep spent that money. I'm sitting here right now, and I'm asking you, name me a world-class player who was already world-class that Pep Guardiola signed for Man City.
I have. This is my argument as well. I've said this to my brethren all the time. Everyone's like, oh, cash book, checkbook, Pep, and that. I'm like, what?
Checkbook, Pep. So disrespectful.
But really though, like when I look at the team, like he's developed Aguero. He was a bit lazy before.
Aguero's changed his game.
Now he's like top scorer in
the
league. Silva.
I'm talking about David Silva.
Yeah.
David Silva, bro.
And extra years to him.
Yeah.
Sterling, when he came, everyone was like, oh, Pep's gonna get rid of him.
Sterling's a 50 mil flop. only really like Liverpool fans were saying no, Sterling's actually a talent.
Yeah.
But for a neutral,
my Liverpool fan bridges were not saying.
Yeah, but
this.
Liverpool, Liverpool
they were
haters.
They
hate Suarez now. They hate Sterling. Like, you know what I mean? They're just haters, and it's the way it goes, and ex players. But you know what I mean? Like Pep's coming.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Pep ain't spent a lot of money on it because he has.
Yeah.
If you look back in his history, you calculate over time.
Yeah, of course.
I still sit here and I think, like, what world-class player has Pep really signed over his years? Like, I think the only player that I can think of who was actually a really, really, really top-class, well-known talent by everyone was Mahrez. Seriously, he never signed he never signed De Bruyne, you know. No. He never signed Kevin De Bruyne.
Didn't he?
Nah, he never.
Okay. Facts.
For real, he never
Facts
signed De Bruyne.
with Fredz, you know?
Yeah, Fred's facts of the day, you get me?
And Mahrez... Like,
still. Mm-hmm.
Even still, like, obviously we saw him in the Premier as like a good player, but
very good player.
Like, but because he had a good, was it 2 seasons?
Yeah, he had a good season, and remember the season after that, he weren't really performing because he wanted to leave and come to Arsenal, didn't he?
Yeah.
He wanted to come to Arsenal. Should have signed him.
I really wanted Mahrez. I think he's sick.
I know, bro.
But yeah, I'd agree. I think Pep, he definitely has improved players, but you know what it is? People need to stop thinking that football is an individual game. It's a team
as you said before.
Game. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again and again and again.
It's true.
Because what he does is he says, this is how I want the team to play. Yeah. These are the players that accommodate that. If you don't accommodate that, boom.
Bro, he won the league with Fabian Delph. Calling him Fabian like he's Spanish. It's you, you know. It's you, you know.
I'm influencing, you know.
Fabian Delph, the English footballer, or Spanish footballer. He had him at left back, bro.
Left back, yeah.
Like most of the season.
Yeah.
So when
good player, by the way.
Exactly, yeah, he's a good player.
Let's not underestimate ex-Villa legend and that as well, you know what I'm saying?
Congratulations to Villa as well.
So I had to slide that in for you, like, you know.
Congratulations to Villa, my guy Grealish. You know, like we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Grealish, you're a superstar, man.
Thing, man.
He's what a player. But let's get back to obviously the whole Pep and Klopp situation.
Yeah.
Like Pep has a system, and it doesn't matter who actually plays in that system. They seem to be able to play. As long because
they know their jobs.
They know their jobs, and when they know your job as a manager, as you were saying, you know, there's a lot of jobs that managers have to do. Pep's development of players, that's probably the only thing that I would actually have in comparison. Like, I'd say Klopp is as good as Pep and developing players.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, the disrespect Pep Guardiola gets with the whole checkbook manager. I can't agree with it, man. I can't agree with it, especially when there's a lot of talk about net spend nowadays, and there's a lot of Klopp's not spent a lot of money, and which, in hindsight, in like facts and figures, he hasn't.
No.
But at the end of the day, not many people can come in and sell a player for 160 million. Now, I'm not saying Klopp's not, you know, a genius for making that sale happen, but Klopp benefited from a very mad market and a mad sale of a player.
And Barcelona, but their loss for Coutinho was
they're desperate for Coutinho. I mean, look, Barcelona spent 60 mil just a couple of years prior on Suarez. You know what I mean? They spent like 60-something mil on Suarez. Then they've sold Coutinho. And let's not forget about all the young English players that Liverpool sold. Now, that's a big difference between Pep and Klopp.
Off topic, how did Solanke go to Bournemouth for that much? I'm sure it was.
Well, but you've got to like,
cost 10 million.
You've got to really look at who's actually running the Liverpool club and say, yo, hats off.
Yeah,
hats off. Props to you. Like, whoever's doing these deals behind the scene, you have to hail them up.
That was him, man.
And I think a lot of people fail to realise is that the Liverpool board and the way the club's run is really good. Klopp is the face of it.
Yeah.
Klopp is actually like...
But Klopp is
Klopp's special. Klopp's a special manager as well. But like I'm talking about the checkbook manager thing and Klopp hasn't spent money. He has spent money. He broke the world record transfer fee twice on a keeper. I know he got broken anyway, but he spent it on a keeper and a centre back.
Yeah.
You can't just keep living off the fact that Klopp has only spent so much. At the end of the day, it's only because Coutinho was sold for 160 million. I don't think the net spend argument is valid. You know what I mean?
To be honest, I
just don't think so. It's valid.
When it comes to all of the top teams, top teams financially, so you can kind of put Arsenal in there because they seem to be spending a little bit now. Yeah, they'll be doing that. Man United, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and you got to put Tottenham in there as well.
Yeah.
now I'm going to put Tottenham because they don't operate on the same kind of.
Yeah, they're not on the same way.
Really
I know they've spent dough.
They spend money on transfer fees.
Yeah,
but you have to. People forget wages as well. Like there's certain caps that teams have on wages. So Tottenham couldn't buy a certain profile of player.
Yeah,
because they can probably afford the transfer fee, but they can't afford the wages.
£300,000.
Like Man United are paying. I always seem to bring up Rashford on this show. I don't know.
I'm Rashford out. I'm a big fan of Rashford.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Cause I know he's paying. It's 200k.
Flipping out, 22 years old.
22-year-old and 200k. Like that's like so. A lot of teams can't afford to do that.
Yeah, well,
I would like to know what Harry Kane is on because it can't be much.
Because he's arguably
carrying
the best striker in the league.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say Aguero's obviously overall, but let's say last couple of years, Harry Kane's got a big shout. He's probably nowhere near someone like
Rashford.
I
don't think he would because the Tottenham pay scale is different.
Yeah, Tottenham actually. I'm not trying to disrespect Tottenham. Well, I am a bit.
Yeah, you have to get it in there.
Gotta get in there, but Tottenham ain't really a big club like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know, like,
I hear what you're saying.
In terms of revenue, and I know they built their stadium, which maybe now like
they're on their way into that.
They're onto that bracket now, yeah. But clubs have been doing this like 10 years prior.
Yeah.
No, especially like big clubs anyway.
They've improved. Like I remember back in the day with friggin'
they're
Fox and Darren Anderton and them kind of man.
They're improving.
They've come a long way, man.
I think so.
So yeah, but I think so. When it comes to all the money talk, when people are saying, "Oh, he's spent this much, he's done that," I don't really give a damn because they kind of spend roughly the same amount,
and it doesn't equate to success.
And a lot of the time, and like people say, "Oh, like, okay, let me use Arsenal for instance because I've got a lot of knowledge. Arsenal have spent loads this summer. Cool, they've spent quite a lot, but they also lost a lot of players."
Yeah, we sold a lot of players.
Same with Manchester United. People say, "Oh, he spent hundreds of million," but you've lost Lukaku, you've lost the Sanchez.
Well, Sanchez is on loan, isn't he? He went on loan to Inter, but they've sold.
He's not. Like there was more.
United are still actually paying Alexis Sanchez's fee, so maybe I wouldn't put Sanchez in there, because they're still paying his.
But he's not there, so they have to replace him. If you get do you know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I'm
talking more like a financial side of it.
Because if we're talking about it as a whole package, like Arsenal, they lost Ramsey. That's why they.
Oh man, losing Ramsey.
Yeah,
don't start me.
You have to replace the players that are contributing certain amount.
Arsenal legend.
I like Aaron Ramsey a lot.
Arsenal legend.
Remember about 5 years ago when he was donning up the Champions League and that.
Remember when he got that season when I only think. There was only one midfielder in the league that was better than him, was Yaya Toure. Remember that season?
Yeah.
He was whacking off goals. Rambo. We miss you, Ramsey.
Ramsey.
I miss you,
think overall, so when I'm comparing Klopp and Pep, I'm not going to bring finance into it. I'm going to bring man management, how they handle the press and the reputation of the club.
Yeah.
Because something that's important, like I think the reason why, like, I don't know, Unai Emery didn't do so well. Yeah. He probably knew he had his little tactical things. He was trying. I think his communication was poor. So
it was funny. I think the thing is with Emery, it was funny at the start. The whole good evening, because fans were quite happy with him. He was doing decent, but when things started becoming toxic, people started making, I guess, prejudiced remarks against him and mocking him and taking the mick out of his accent. And man basically bullied him.
They were bullying him, to be fair.
I don't agree with that, and I don't think you should do that at all to someone who's like trying to learn a different language. Like it's not easy, bro. You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
But I guess that's the culture. It's a culture, isn't it?
And he didn't. Yeah, I think because of that, he kind of ruined his connection with the fans. And then he just like you could see when he was like in the last like 5 or 10 games, he's standing at the thing and he just didn't care anymore. Like he just. I liked him. I thought he was alright. I think he was doing an amazing job.
Yeah, I think he was a bit too.
I respected the fact that he seemed to have a good idea what the club wanted. He wanted to bring everyone in, and he learned the language in like 6 months, which you have to respect. So I saw him looking out and thinking, "Bond these guys out."
My claim to fame, everybody knows this.
What's this one now?
Unai Emery got sacked. I went to his last game and I booed the hell out of the team and him. And he got sacked.
He's one of them fans, you know. He's one of them fans.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. He obviously saw me in the stand and thought, yo, my man's a bit wham.
You know? That's looking heady and that, yo. That Unai Emery shook.
Back to the series.
So those kind of things, like them are the kind of things I look at, and I think I like the way that Pep doesn't bring no drama to the thing. He makes sure that his players are protected. They just get on with their football. He doesn't make wild statements, but he's still pretty calm, collected at all times. I just like his swagger and the way he's and I think managers like that will go further as well.
I think Pep and Klopp are both great in the media, but I think we've seen a chink in Klopp's armour. You know what I mean?
He's like a media darling. My man is funny,
Klopp is he's a proper media darling. Like I'm not saying nothing away from Klopp. He's But I just think there's one guy that they're never going to be able to touch.
Go on.
Big Jose Mourinho.
Jose
Mourinho, the special one.
Yeah.
He could, the way he handled the media was just, he was controversial, he was funny, he was interesting. I mean, I sit there on YouTube and watch Mourinho's best press conferences. So, yeah, there is also so many things that go into being a manager. But I think when it comes down to the
what we're trying to say is it's more than results.
It is more than results. It is.
We need to find out who you think is the best.
For me, the influence of the game, trophies, the amount of world-class special players he developed.
Yeah.
And I think people need to put respect on Pep's name, because at the end of the day, he went to Barcelona at a time when Barcelona were being dominated by Madrid in the league, dominated by Madrid in the Champions League. They had all Ronaldinho and Eto'o and etc. You know what I mean? They had all these great players there. Pep went in there, completely changed the culture. He got rid of the best player they had in the last 5 years, Ronaldinho. They got rid of the best striker they've had in years in Eto'o. He trusted a little young man, Lionel Messi. He created this crazy genius of Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta. And he did all this without spending a lot of money. So I think Pep doesn't get the respect that he actually deserves.
Can't like that at all.
Like I said, I'm never going to take nothing away from Klopp, because Klopp's someone I wished was at Arsenal when he signed for Liverpool. That's who I wanted. I'm just going to go straight off the bat. If we just put away the titles and everything, I think in terms of play style, in terms of influence of the game, in terms of player development, I think Pep Guardiola isn't just the best manager of the last decade. I think he will go down, arguably, the best manager of all time.
Potentially.
And I think with great managers, they always have trophies to back it up.
Yeah.
I think in terms for Klopp, Klopp's a great manager who can come into a team and he can do a great rebuild job, eventually making the best team in the world. And he's cut from that Wenger cloth. Yeah. Whereas Pep's more, he's obsessed with the game.
Ooh. I want to do a deep dive into the Wenger cloth statement.
Let's go.
What do you mean? Where do you see
so
the
in terms of
in
terms of like
management?
In terms of management and finding talent and develop talent and eventually, you know, Klopp does projects. Klopp's not, he comes in, he's not like Mourinho who comes in, wins something for 2-3 years and then he's gone. Klopp's come in, he bought people like Andy Robertson, nobody knew who he was, and he's probably the best fullback best left back in the world right now. He's developed Trent Alexander-Arnold from young age. He's picked out talents like Salah, Mane, even though Salah was, people knew who his name was. Salah wasn't an unknown player.
He was doing well at Roma before.
I would say he was doing okay. I wouldn't say he was doing well. He went from scoring 15 goals a season to then the next season after he scored 40 plus in all competitions. And in all competitions for Roma he scored 15, you know what I mean? In terms of, picking out Alisson, who was the number 2 goalkeeper at Roma. Past, like, for Szczesny. Szczesny was the number 1 there until Szczesny left. Virgil van Dijk.
Very well since
Szczesny's the top keeper.
And everyone dissed him in his Arsenal.
I know, because he weren't really that great, but I guess under the right managers you develop it. We think about Virgil van Dijk, who, let's be honest, everybody laughed when they paid 75 million.
I didn't laugh at all.
You don't laugh at anything, do you?
No, because I watch things and I say, okay, that makes sense. I watched him when he was at Celtic. I watched him when he was at Southampton. He has the profile of a world-class...
Yeah, he had the abilities there.
Yeah, the ability was there. So when they wanted him and they brought him in.
I ain't going to say that Klopp's developed Virgil. Because when you're buying people at 26, 27, you can't really say you've developed them. No. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, you can't.
You can say you've made them. They was on the brink of being great, and you've pushed them over.
And a lot of the time, it's just they're in a system that just works for them.
Yeah,
he's not necessarily making them a better player. He's just
the system is
avoiding putting them in positions where they're going to struggle. Like for Mustafi, for instance, if you avoid putting him in a situation where he has to pass back, then that's a good system for him. Yeah. Whereas if you got balls coming in from the air and you're going to be that team that defends balls like that, then he's gonna thrive in that team. Like you said earlier with Maguire, if you play him in a low block, he's going to do well. If you don't play him in a low block, he's not going to do so well. So I think he's also in a system where it works for him. Yeah. He's very comfortable on the ball. He's got 2 attacking wingers to play a little.
Same as a lot of players in that. Yeah, like, you know, there's
it's called buying a team
yeah.
and knowing that, okay, that is the piece that's going to make this whole thing to.
Yeah, Klopp is when it comes to a rebuild, I think that's the big difference between Pep and Klopp. That Pep, I've never really seen Pep rebuild a team. Yeah. The closest I've seen him do it is actually at Barcelona.
Yeah.
But, you know, at Bayern and obviously Man City, you know, he's not really rebuilt the team.
No.
He
might have to now. He looks like he's going to have to, because that team's kind of aging. Got Silva,
everyone's leaving. Aguero's aging, Silva's aging, Fernandinho, company's. Yeah, so he can either stay at City and create his rebuilding legacy. But like I said, over the last 10 years, the influence of the game, before Pep, no one even thought about having keepers that could play out. Pep's introduced that. Ball playing centre backs. Oh, one centre back's got to be one right footed, one centre back's got to be left footed. Your attacking fullbacks become essentially like wingers, midfielders. They allow you forwards to become inverted forwards like Sterling, Salah, Mane. So when it just comes to the overall influence of the game,
gotta give it to him.
And another thing that I'm going to say is, and this is true, a lot of people said, "Oh, Pep hasn't revolutionised the game." Give it a break, man.
You're talking nonsense.
You're talking nonsense because they're all talking about. They're saying Wenger changed the game 20 years ago. Yeah, 20 years ago. Pep's come into the English game and done the same. I literally see teams 5 divisions below in non-league playing out from the back.
Would you say that Klopp has changed the game?
Nah.
Also?
No. I don't think Klopp changed no game.
I feel like
I don't think so.
In the Prem, for sure, when he came in, he was the first one that was using the pivot of the 3 forwards to press and retrieve the ball back high and fast and break. I feel like a lot of teams don't agree with that. I feel like a lot of teams adopted that. I think Pochettino started to do it. Obviously, a lot of Arsenal are doing it now. But I feel like when he came in, like it was like, I used to get so excited watching Liverpool teams. I'm thinking, these players are so quick and just on it. So I like this intensity.
You just said Arsenal do it. Why is the reason Arsenal do it? Who did our manager? Who was his?
I feel like even Emery tried to do this.
Nah, Emery
at the start he definitely tried.
Yeah, I feel like
he worked out his players weren't fit enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man.
I want you to look back at the first 3 months or whatever when Emery was managing. And
I just think that Wenger's philosophy was still there. I think when Emery actually implemented his philosophy, that's how we turned so bad. Because you're never gonna implement your philosophy straight away after Wenger left. And then I feel like Ramsey was still there. There were still Wenger's players there that was still had that Arsenal DNA. You get me?
I don't know, bro. I'm not sure, because I feel like when he came in, from what I remember, call me out if I'm wrong. I don't mind.
22 unbeaten.
Well, I wasn't even gonna bring out the 22 unbeaten, but they were on it. They were showing a whole different style. They were a lot more galvanized and competitive, and they're really intense on their pressing, which you didn't. When you actually remember, Arsenal in the last 5 years of Wenger's tenure, I just felt like they were very lethargic. Everything was mad slow.
And you think that's because of Klopp?
I feel like Klopp.
Pep started this all started from obviously Johan Cruyff.
I think in the Prem though,
you know what I mean?
It weren't happening until Klopp came in, and then Klopp he pushed his players to the max.
Yeah,
I think it was too much. I know there's everyone's always pressed, but when he came from Dortmund. He had that season with Dortmund where they were killing it, and then the next season they were burnt out because they didn't have the
physical standards.
So I do feel like I think the new style is a culmination of both of their styles. Yeah. The whole passing, the expressive, expansive stuff, plus that.
Yeah. It's so funny because I say for the last 10 years, Pep's influence of the game and the possession football, tiki-taka football was obviously the best. But I think football has changed now. Yeah. Liverpool's actual, I don't think Liverpool's football is actually that great. But what makes, because really
come on, bro.
I'm just gonna say, I do like Liverpool. I do, and I think they're the best team in the world. So I do like Liverpool. But I just think when I watch Liverpool play, what really stands out to me is actually their work rate and their fitness levels. I don't think they play sensational football. I mean, sometimes they can, but most of the time I see them winning the ball back really high, playing it out wide, Trent Alexander-Arnold whipping it in, or they're giving out, lobbing the balls. I know Van Dijk obviously is a great passer of the ball and whatever, but when I compare that to the City Centurion style of football, which was pure domination of the game, You know, this season, a lot. Liverpool ain't really played great.
I don't even think that Liverpool
I don't think Liverpool have played
their final form.
I think that the best, who have played the best football in the league, the most, I guess, pleasing eye-catching football have been Leicester and City. And you could possibly say even maybe Wolves. Yeah. You know what I mean? Played some nice eye-catching football.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
I feel like Liverpool's actual system is great, and football is changing. It's starting to become more about hard work now. Again, a bit like the old days. Hard work, passion, desire, hunger. Whereas the tiki-taka football, you're seeing it with Barcelona, it's just dead. It's boring. Like it is.
We know you can pass.
It's boring to watch sometimes.
There was a match though, but I think it was a Barcelona match. Had something like 800 passes or something in the game.
Yeah, they won that game though. No, which game? Against Valencia. No, that wasn't the game they had 800 passes, was it?
Nah, the next game.
The next game after that, they lost to Valencia 2-0. Like, you know, it's a new manager, 3 at the back. I don't know what he was trying. Barca don't do them things there.
Nah.
You get me? You know, it's just...
I'll get... For me, just to wrap it up...
arguments there.
The arguments there, but I'd say at the moment, I don't think you can ever take Pep out of the conversation as best manager at the moment. But Klopp is putting down a good
he's putting on his
foundation.
So he's getting
revisit this conversation in a couple of seasons and then we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to see at the end of their careers, you know what I mean? We'll see.
Time will tell, but
I'm Team Pep though, I ain't going to lie. I'm Team Pep.
Same.
I'm Team Pep.
Bad man.
Jurgen Klopp is special though. I don't want to undermine
I think
Klopp.
I like him more because I like when he
I like
chats.
Klopp more because I actually like Klopp.
Yeah, I like him.
But who would you rather play for? Who would you rather play for?
I feel like I'd rather play for Klopp just because I feel like...
I just want to hug off you. I just want to hug off
sentiment.
I just want to hug off
I think you...
I'd say managerial, you know, as an overall, I'd say Pep.
Yeah.
I'd say what he's achieved, you can't look past it.
100%.
Broke records in the Premier League. City Centurions.
Pure titles.
City Centurions are probably going to arguably be, even though they got the Invincibles now, but they were arguably going to be the best team we've ever seen in the Prem. Most wins, most points.
Let's wait until the end of this season because Liverpool look like they could do something.
But I think in terms of style of play and you know what I mean, like City didn't really look like they were like you know snatching games at the last minute. City just dominating. But I guess Liverpool,
the numbers are gonna be mad.
There's something about Liverpool and their passion and their desire and their hunger and you know it's something, man. When you watch Liverpool play and then like you know even against United the other week, the resilience. There's something about Liverpool, but it's special to see because it's been a project over the years and it's culminating into the best team in the world.
Yeah.
So I think the Klopp and Pep debate is beautiful.
The debate goes on.
Just make sure we need to stop disrespecting these great managers, great athletes. Like I said, losing Kobe is just... It put a lot of things into perspective and even the Ronaldo-Messi debate, let's just enjoy it. Yeah. Let's just enjoy them, man.
Let's let these people have their flowers while they can spoil them.
Yeah, man, that's a good saying, that is, you know.
That's a great saying. I love that saying. I might even get that on a t-shirt. So. Also, we need to just do a last minute shout out.
I guess shout out to obviously our Brummies. You get me?
Brummies on the map.
Hold on a minute.
I know it's in London, yeah. But these men them up from Brum, you know, it's all man.
Shout out my boy Jay though, you get me? Hood Rich has been going for years, man, and he's blowing now. And I wish him all the success and all that as well, you get me?
Same.
And pre London?
Pre-Brum, I don't know. We might have to get the Birmingham edition created. I met some calls. But yo, it's been back your chat. We're back to it again. And we're going to have to back it again next week.
We'll have to back it.
Bare topics. We're going to put a poll on the Klep.
I know what?
I knew Klopp is, but I know
Jurgen Klopp.
Pep and Klopp. We're going to do a poll on who you lot think's best.
100%.
And obviously you've got us all on the socials. Me at Dougie Fresh DJ on Twitter and Insta. Send me any questions or anything you want us to discuss.
And you got me. Well, I don't even need to put my Twitter out there, bro. No, everybody knows what it is, man. You know just type in Fred. I should be the first one that pops up in it.
Yo, there's host.
I ain't gonna lie. I am the first one that pops up.
Is the first one?
Yeah, bro. What Fred do you know?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like there should be mad Freds about. Like, there's Fred from Man United.
Oh, forget it.
Someone's probably got a Freddie Flintstone. I don't know. You
got me onto it. You know what it is.
Freddie McGregor.
It'll all be in the video anyway. Freddie McGregor.
I'm guessing man's not on Twitter. You could be on Twitter like that. You don't know.
Who's Freddie McGregor?
I do your research. Yo, back your chat. Next week, we out.
Next week, take it easy, man.
Peace.